If you've been creating AI images, the next step is obvious: animation. In this video, I'll show you how to turn branded content like posters, banners, and mock-ups into short animated video clips you can use for social media, client pitches, and even full-on ad campaigns. We're using 100% free tools available as of June 2025 with no subscriptions and no fancy editing. The results are not perfect yet, but the strategy is. And these tools are only getting better. As folks in the AI world like to say,
this is the worst AI is ever going to be.
Also, one thing.
Quick heads up. This is a recording of a live session. So if Matt's not always looking straight at you, or his face is rudely covering a slide, blame his webcam, not his manners.
And if you want to catch the earlier part where we created all of the branded image assets, you'll find the link in the description below. Okay, so let's get going. We're starting off with a concept ad that I made for a client who was launching some plush toys based on a Japanese set of characters that I knew nothing about. So all I had was the product images of the plush toys that he was selling and the name of the IP. I used ChatGPT to do my research, to figure out what this brand was, who these characters were, what the storytelling aspects, what kind of situations the characters would find themselves in and stuff like that. And I made this 30-second demo ad for him. The music is AI generated too. Okay, so that was a 30-second concept ad. And that took me one afternoon. So this is a quote from a VP at the fashion brand Zalando, just talking about how much time and money you can save. And again, this comes back to that idea of enterprise adoption, and this is why people are really starting to use AI now, right? I did run this earlier to create a bunch of assets for Meow Meow Tweet earlier when I was practicing. And so, yeah, you can see here I've made cards, like tote bags, more Instagram images, stuff like that. And I hope you'll agree that these are all pretty visually consistent as well, right? They're still not perfect. And so our strategy for that is going to be iteration. And what we're going to do, instead of just using ChatGPT, we're going to use multiple models and see what gives us the best output. Anyway, let's get into it. So so for this campaign that I showed you before, this is a sample clip of a video that I made using the same one. Not too bad, right? Also, another note is because we're just going to be using free tools here, the quality that we're going to get is not going to be better than this. It's going to be around this level, or it's going to make more mistakes. If you pay for the higher quality models, you get higher quality output. But we're just going to focus on free models because I don't want to push subscriptions or cost anybody anything at this stage. But you can still get quite a lot done just with the free subscription. We're going to ask it to act as a creative director. We're going to ask it to make 6 scene prompts for 5-second clips based on our campaign from before, reflecting the same tone, visual, brand rules, all of that. For this situation, we're asking the scenes to be non-sequential. That doesn't have to be the case. If you have an idea where you've got like 6 scenes, or if you wanted to give you an idea for creating 6 scenes that all kind of string together and follow each other in a logical way, that's absolutely fine. But in this case, we're just playing around with different scene ideas to see what we can come up with. And yeah, we're telling it to get, to describe everything that should be going on in the scene, like the camera motion, character motion, atmosphere, all of that. And then we're going to create a still image with these, which we will then animate. So let's bring this over here back into ChatGPT. Okay, so again, let's not read through all of these. Let's just experiment with the first one and go, okay, we like this roller skate rally idea. Okay. So that brings us to the second prompt, and the second stage of the workflow, where we have our idea for the scene. We've just generated that now, right? Now we need to generate an image, a brand consistent image that is going to be the basis for what we put into the video models and then animate that. Okay. So for scene number 1, let's say, write a detailed image prompt that would produce single frame, or a hero visual representing the starting moment of the scene, because into these video models, we're going to upload the image that we create and set it as the start point. Most of them allow that. Some of the models allow a start and an end point, which is actually quite good for looping videos, because that means you can upload the same image to the start point and to the end point and describe motion, and then it ends up at the same thing at the end. And just as a bonus tip, if you want to create a continuous video, because you've only got this sort of 5 or 10 seconds to play with, the way of extending that out is by creating the video and then taking a screenshot of that last scene and then putting it as the prompt for the first scene in the next 5 seconds that you want. And then you can plug those 2 videos together and they should run like seamlessly together. So let's copy that. So scene idea 1, write a detailed image prompt. And then again, we're going to go into Sora and fix the aspect ratio as well. So we'll just go to ChatGPT 4.0. First, I'll copy this prompt so we can bring it into Sora, and I'll just tell ChatGPT, okay, go ahead and generate that image. Make sure that it is in landscape. So we'll let that go, and we'll bring it over to Sora as well. Start again. I think the way to get this to work in Sora, first of all, make sure that our aspect ratio is 2:3, and let's use this just as a reference and see if it works. This is an experiment. Use the reference image only as a style reference. So we're going to make the video clips using these 4 different image generators. The first 2, Kling and Hilo, or known as MiniMax in English, are from China. They are cheaper to use, but they're pretty good. Kling was the best video generator until 2 weeks ago. MiniMax was the best video generator 4 weeks ago. Runway is right up there. Google VO2 is fantastic. And I'm sure that some of you have heard about VO3, which is just incredible. This site is called PixelCut AI/Uncrop. So what we're going to use this site for is basically getting a 16:9 image from the 3:2 image that we've got. So we've got our 3:2 image here, and we're just going to expand it out and just go click generate. There we go. And now we'll just download this image. We'll go back to Kling. We will upload this image. Need to sign in. Okay, sign in with Google. I'll sign in with Quietly Smart. Okay, and it's uploaded our image. You can see this is one of the clips that I generated before. And for our prompt, we're going to go back and just copy that same one for the idea for the video clip that we generated earlier. So scene 1. So we're just going to copy this prompt, paste it into here, and click generate. Video generation takes much longer than image generation, especially on some platforms, and especially when you're using the free versions. Sometimes you might be waiting hours. With some of them, we might get it in minutes. We're just going to see how it works out. Coming back into MiniMax or Hilo, we'll just sign in here as well. Again, upload our image, paste our prompt, press go, and it's going to go off and start creating. Runway is another one. Let's sign in with Google. Get an image. Choose our image, paste our prompt, and click generate. And then the last one we're going to do is VO2. VO2 is accessible within AI Studio in Google. So here we just add our image again, upload image, choose it from here. Yeah, okay. Paste our prompt, and then go run. So we've got 4 video generators, all starting with the same image, all starting with the exact same prompt. I don't know how long it's going to take for each one. Let's see. Okay, here's one video. So this one is MiniMax. We'll see how the other ones have done. Let's see. Okay, this is Runway. Awful. Absolutely awful. Here's VO2. Okay, we've got random characters coming in. The characters disappearing. Kling, we may not get this for quite a while. Kling, because they are one of the best video generators and because they're free, it can often take quite a long time. So we can come back on this and check if we get something from Kling. That would be the one that I would expect to have probably the best results, but is also the slowest. If you get the paid version, you'll get higher priority in the wait, so you don't have to wait so long in the queue. And you also have access to better models, more features. Um, yeah, and you can generate more videos, but you have to pay for it. But Kling is quite cheap. I think Kling's like $8 a month or something like that, so it's not too bad. And we'll just see what Sora came up with, shall we? I bet this is going to be nuts. Yep. What did I say? That's Sora. Oh my God. Absolutely awful. So you can see why Sora is so bad. All right. So unfortunately, none of the videos that we've gotten so far have been good. Maybe this one from Kling could turn out all right. Kling, I think, is also the best for using animated content because we have, animated characters here. Most of these models will work better with photorealistic content. So if for your marketing campaign, you're generating photorealistic images, the image outputs that you get are going to be much better. Okay. So if it's got people in it or even like 3D characters, like, identifiable cats and dogs and things like that, it's going to be much better than these 2D flat version. That especially Sora. Sora is absolutely terrible with illustrated content. By the way, here's the final output we got from Kling. Honestly, the secret is just to keep iterating until it works. In general, it's a little bit of a throw of the dice. It's the least, making videos is the least predictable part of generating these kind of branded assets. So that's the full process for generating individual branded video clips. But you can use the same strategy to build up full 30-second campaign ads too. If you're using VO3, it really comes to life, like smoother motion, better consistency, and just stronger results as each of these models gets better. You can download the full PDF guide for creating AI images and videos just down below. And if you want to get in touch with me, my links are there too. If you haven't seen the video on making brand consistent images, click on wherever. Thank you. See you in the next one.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.